What's going on, you guys? So, Manny Pacquiao. I think we're narrowing down to who's next for the Filipino boxing legend, Manny Pacquiao. I think we can knock Ryan Garcia off the table. I think we can bump Yordenis Ugas off the table. I don't think he's going to fight Keith. So, it's looking like it's going to be Mikey Garcia, Errol Spence Jr., or Terrence Bud Crawford. Now, according to Pacquiao, according to this article I got here for you guys, you can check it out. I'll leave it in the description for you. Give me Crawford. That's the name of the article. That's the title of the article. Give me Crawford. And I'm going to read it. He says, "I like to fight somebody who has a title," Pacquiao told Daily Tribune as he's reeling from being stripped of his title by the World Boxing Association. Pacquiao also mentioned the names of Mikey Garcia as one of the candidates, but the Mexican-American banger seems to be last in the pecking order given the Filipino 8-division champion's desire to win a world crown. So Manny Pacquiao, he's interested in Mikey fight, but Mikey don't got nothing to bring to the table, right? He don't got nothing to bring to the table. He don't got a belt. So he's last on the list. Pacquiao is salivating over the prospects of getting it on with Crawford, his first choice as foe. Whew, that's good news for your boy. Apparently, Crawford's promoter, top-ranked chief Bob Arum, already been told about the magic numbers. "We told Bob, I get $40 million and Crawford gets $10 million, said Pacquiao, whose last fight was a stunning win over Keith Thurman in July 2019 in Las Vegas, Nevada. So we haven't seen Pacquiao nor Keith Thurman in 2 years. Almost 2 years. And yeah, you heard it. He wants that 40 mil to fight Bud. Give Crawford 10, make it a $50 million fight. Let me go ahead and continue. Pacquiao swears he feels great, despite the inactivity, that he doesn't believe his age will play a factor. Now, sometimes it's good for these older fighters, certain fighters at a certain point, to take a little break. Then you come back rejuvenated, ready to go again, almost like you hit the reset button. Immersed heavily in politics and public service, Pacquiao reveals he weighs about 152 pounds, something that is just a bit north of the welterweight division's limit of 147. Damn, so Pacquiao walking around at 152? He's fighting at 147? I can see him being about 152, honestly. I don't think Pacquiao is a guy that walks around at 160, 170, 180. Nah. I can see him being about 152. He's a 5'6" guy. A few days ago, Paradigm Sports, a management outfit owned and operated by Odi Attar, issued a notice saying development is forthcoming. Pacquiao likewise backed up Paradigm, I cannot pronounce that word, sports announcement, adding that something big is being cooked up relatively to his much-awaited return to the ring. So, yeah, Pacquiao is being something cooked up. Now, I heard Errol Spence is in the talks, too. This is what I heard. I didn't see no official news like I have here, but that's just what I heard. And then, of course, they talks about Crawford and Spence, their ages, their win record, and things of that nature. And then they talk about Mikey Garcia, how he's the least formidable of the trio. He's 5'6", the same height as Pacquiao, but he's the least formidable, and he don't have a belt. Crawford, who stands at 5'8", is a switch hitter, a puncher who can box from both the orthodox and southpaw stance. And Errol Spence, the tallest, who's nearly 5'10", is also fundamentally sound like Crawford, but fights from long range. Actually, Spence does fight from long range, but he also can fight from close range. He be killing motherfuckers with them body shots and shit. Still, Pacquiao, who sports a 62-7-2 mark with 39 knockouts, doesn't mind who he'll eventually get to share the ring with in a bout being penciled for the 15th of May in Dubai. I mean, that sounds likely, people. Sounds likely that Manny Pacquiao will have that fight in Dubai. Why? Because that's where he can get that money at. You know what I'm saying? Those guys will pay that money to get Pacquiao over there for a big fight. You know what I'm saying? And things could kind of be tipped in Pacquiao's favor, if you know what I mean. Let me finish. He says, "I will fight anybody. You know me. I don't back away from any challenge. Bring them on." End quote. So that's what Manny Pacquiao had to say in regards to his 3 picks, and it's Mikey Garcia, who was the last guy likely to get picked, Then we got The Truth, Errol Spence Jr., the current welterweight king, I should say, right? We can be fair here. I think he's the number one welterweight. You know, I'm a big Bud fan, but Spence, he got 2 belts. He's been in the division longer. He fought the names. He's the number one welterweight, right? But then we got the powerful pound king, Terrence Bud Crawford, who's considered the best guy in the sport, as the number 1 pick, according to this article here. We'll see what happens. Like, subscribe, holla at your boy. Peace out.